¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Tío Lalo here with you this morning, or afternoon, I guess. We are finishing up some of the, uh, well, not the scroll work, but the lettering on this 38 Super Slide. Again, guys, if this isn't your canvas, no worries. This is something that can apply to jewelry. It can apply to a lot of other things. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Even if you're swinging by, please feel free to subscribe. I have to thank all of you today. Again, thank you for all the subscriptions, all the support. We are finally to a point where we have applied for the YouTube program um, to hopefully monetize it at some point in time. And so today we're going to be we're going to get at least this part done right here. It's going to be a quick 30-minute session today, maybe a little less. So if you're just swinging through, please feel free to subscribe um, and check this out. Sorry, guys, I'm just putting on some music real fast in the background for me. All right. All right, we're using the Steve Lindsay air graver again today. Still haven't switched back to the GRS. The GRS is great, but I have found I really enjoy Lindsay air graver and how it's been performing for me. Again, we're working on the C on the caliber portion. What we're doing here, guys, is we're creating that bright flare cut that we've been working on all week. There we go. There's the C. All right, let's work on that A now. Now, like I was saying yesterday when we were working on this, I get really nervous with lettering because scroll work has a little bit of, I guess, leeway on the parameters because, well, not everybody understands scroll work. So for the most part, you can get away with some mistakes on it. With lettering, everybody knows letters pretty much, so you have to make them look right because generally the consensus is 100% of the population understands like what an A is supposed to look like. So if you jack it up, then you're screwed. Versus with scroll work, if I accidentally do something wrong, unless you are a scroll artist, you probably won't notice it. So do I have any other engravers online today? If I do, please pitch in any tips for any new followers. Oh boy, see, that was a script right there. Okay. Now, when people look at engravings, it really doesn't take much to engrave into metal. So sometimes it can be really light engraving. Like that part of the A was really light. You can see right there. But it works, and we got that bright flare cut. Patchy, go lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Up, lay down. Sorry guys, my dog is restless. He hears my other dog outside and wants to go pester her, but we're not going to let that happen because she deserves some free time. He's a little younger than her, so he tends to want to play all the time. All right, here we go. All right, that L, we got a little carried away with it, and we got to look at this graver. Okay, the graver's still good. It was just my mistake. Okay. So we have to make sure that when we do this one, we have to do it perfect. There we go. Okay, good. We saved it. Nothing too bad. So yeah, guys, the crappy thing with lettering is if you screw up, you kind of screwed it up. That's why I'm being really slow and methodical with this. Because you can't really... Like I was saying, scrollwork allows you to mess up. Letters do not. Letters are a kind of one and done. So we cannot screw this up. Patch, go lay down on your bed. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn on his heated blanket. Yeah, guys, you can see that right there. That eye. The eyes I like. Turn on your heated blanket. There you go. Get warm. All right. The ones that are easiest are usually like the eyes. I like eyes. B's are not easy because you have a ton of angles that are having to be brought in. The eyes are nice. Like I said, the B's a little bit of a challenge. We're gonna have to hit it from multiple angles, multiple start points. There's that. Now we've got to decide how we're gonna hit this. Okay. I'm gonna hit the B portion outwards first. Okay, now we flare. Get that thick portion of the B. Thin it out. Come back in. Now I'm going to go straight into the B portion over here of the straight back portion. Start thinning it. Start curving. Thin, thin, thin. Light hits. Flare again hard. Back to the skinny B portion. Okay. All right. Fix It Jeff. I've been doing this for, okay, so I started with laser engraving about 2 years ago. Found that it wasn't hitting my fancy. And so I moved over to hand engraving because it's just more of an art versus using a laser. I still use laser once in a while to just set templates up. Just so I have an outline, but hand engraving, I've been doing it for a little over a year and a half. And it's just, I love it so much more than laser engraving. So this one right here, this template was set up with a laser. So I lasered the template on with the font and what I wanted it to look like, kind of like a stencil. And then we go in with the hands and line everything out. Beautiful. There's the B. Looks good. Zoom out a little bit, guys. There we go. So that gives you an idea of the scale of what we're doing here. You know, there's my thumb. So that's some tiny lettering versus my thumb. Sneeze on my toes. Thank you, thank you. Snappa, I am engraving a 1911 slide currently. So for the sake of YouTube, there are no guns that I can do on lives, only slides, which are not considered a gun. But it is a slide that will later go on a frame. Let's see. Make sure we're starting at the right point. Okay. This E is giving me trouble too today, not gonna lie. There we go. Let's see if we can get the E, the middle portion of the E out of the way. Beautiful. E is out of the way. Jerry the Roach. I've only been doing this for about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half. Just practice to be able to get to feel good and feel good enough to actually go in and, I guess, you could say, scratch up an expensive slide. And again, guys, lettering is probably one of the hardest ones that I would say, because everybody understands lettering. And so if you screw up lettering, everybody can tell whether they're an engraving artist or not. It doesn't matter. People can tell because it just doesn't look right when it comes to what they understand lettering looks like. While scroll work, you know, it takes an artist's touch and understanding it. Some people can make scroll work that looks mediocre, like me, and to most people it looks great, and to like professional artists it might not look great. But lettering, everybody understands it. R. Lions Jewelry and EDC. I don't know. It's still cutting pretty good right now. I try to keep under the microscope to make sure that it's still sharp. I will hit it here and there, no doubt. I do think that my heel is a little long, though. My heel might be a little long, so I might shorten it, and that might sharpen it up a little bit. I'm getting tiny bits of heel drag here and there. All right. All right. Just look good. All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's my bit or if it's I don't know if it's my bit or if it's just I have not been engraving for 12 years, so it's probably just me sucking. Honestly, I think my bit might be it's pretty sharp right now, but my heel might be a little long, but it's probably just inexperience. I mean, like I said, I've only been doing this for about a year, a little over a year and a half, guys. So nothing crazy long. But Lions is right. If I don't keep it sharp, I will run into issues pretty quickly. Ill Swift. I'm using the Lindsay Airgraver. It's just a classic. The graver I'm using here, it's a larger graver, so that's probably another issue that I'm having. Like Lions was pointing out. So the graver I probably should stick to on this one for this is something about yay big right here. but I'm making do with this right now. If it gets a little dicey here shortly, I might just switch over to the smaller graver to be a little bit closer. So I found that I can get away with a lot of stuff with this graver. It's a 120-degree graver, and it's the angles I'm using on each of them are I'm using a 15-degree heel and a 55-degree face. Increase angle and pressure. We'll do lions. Yeah, I know. I definitely need to increase the angle. I feel like if I'm increasing the angle, though, I end up going too deep. I'm actually glad to have another engraver on here. If you see, because I'm under the microscope, obviously, so I can't see. If you see somebody comment, please comment. Give them the answer. Sometimes I can't get to people's questions fast enough, which I wish I could. But being under the microscope, you guys obviously know. But yeah, I definitely do this just to, hopefully teach others. And like I said, I'm a noob. I'm not new. I'm not great by any means. I'm not a master engraver. Hopefully one day, like Lions is saying, like 12 years from now, hopefully I can be a master engraver. But for now, we're just doing the best we can. Riveting facts. I'm actually using a 26-gallon compressor from Harbor Freight. But that runs my lasers, that runs this, that runs my GRS, that runs like the air cleaning. So it's basically a catch-all for my little shop that I've got here. So we'll increase angle, decrease the pressure, like Lions is saying, thinning it out right here. Increase the angle. There we go. Like I said, guys, with this, it's kind of crazy. You don't need a lot of pressure when it comes to it. You just let the hammering action work. Increase the angle. Boom. It definitely worked, Lions. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely will increase the angle on that. Definitely working a little bit better. fix this part. I'm not super happy with the angle that I hit this with. There we go. Again, guys, I'm doing this this art obviously on like a pew pew slide. But like Lions is saying, he did it on he does it on jewelry. This is an art form that you can do on a lot of other things. So if this isn't your your cup of tea, please don't keep it from you picking it up. There are an insane amount of art forms out there. Um, when it comes to drawing, I love to draw. I use pencil, charcoal. Not huge into paints. Not great at painting. I do like what's it called? Colored pencil. I love to blend. If you're a more modern type of person, they've got programs like Procreate on iPad or like on Surface Pro. Um, so, again, this is the main thing when it comes to engraving is learning art and let your creativity flow. And heck, you can do this on anything. I mean, I love watching people do it on watches. I'm not huge into watches when it comes to like owning expensive watches. But some of the Rolexes, some of these master engravers are rolling out are bonkers, guys. I mean, they're pieces of art. One of the guys that I like to really follow that I watch is Jeff Park. His stuff is amazing. You guys look him up. He does some wild masterpieces on Rolex watches. Is his main canvas. So if you guys think that this is scary on a $1,200 slide or whatever, you can just imagine. You can just imagine doing something like this on a $30,000 watch. So I can't even imagine that yet. So when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'd be nervous on this," man, I can't imagine doing it on a $30,000 watch. So. Redguard, yeah, look up Jeff Park on Instagram. Amazing stuff. Lions and Jewelry and EDC. Hey man, drop your IG tag on here. Feel free to promote. I don't mind other engravers. Get on here. Hopefully I look you up here shortly. And I love to look at other artists and really people that are more experienced than me. Just it really does motivate me. To see other people. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Today's just a 30-minute session. Nothing too long, so we're coming up shortly on 30 minutes. We might go a little longer. I've got some places to be. But I figured I'd jump on, do a quick live for you guys. I'm glad we got a couple other engravers on here that are able to drop some knowledge and help. I just like promoting this sort of art, and hopefully it gets more people on it. This is, quote unquote, people say it's a dying art. I don't know if it's dying or not. I feel like social media has definitely been helping it. Interest more people, younger generation. But regardless, I think everything's becoming more automated, and so people really admire handmade art. You know, we go. All right, guys, let's see. Material, John Johnson. It's a carbide tip, so this is a C-Max tip from GRS. I like their tips right here. So yeah. Let's see. I'll answer a few other questions. We're gonna call it a quick session. I've got to go do some stuff, but thank you for tuning in, guys. But I'll answer these questions. Stogies and Steel, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Uh, True what? Yeah, I mean, you can use finger covers. Sometimes I'll use gloves. I mean, obviously, wash your hands. I have vacuums and stuff. And honestly, like right now, this is really small work for what I usually do. Usually, bigger stuff shouldn't go in. If you do end up getting like a sliver, it does suck. You just have to, pick it out. Yeah, Lions. Yeah, I know. That's the thing is most people don't pay for the. It sucks. They admire it, but they just don't want to pay. So yeah, I mean, sometimes if I can't sell certain pieces, then they become my personal collection, and hopefully years from now they're worth something. So. Through what? Yep. Thank you, Caden. All right, guys. Okay, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, John Johnson. Okay, so if you're looking to learn, I'd say YouTube. YouTube is probably one of the best places to learn, obviously. But look up Lane Zulke, Sam Alfano, Ken Hunt. He does a bunch of drawing tutorials all the time. I really love watching his tutorials. He really goes deep dives into it. I mean, he's probably one of like the forefathers of it, or grandfathers that you'd call, of some of the best engravers. Winston Churchill is awesome. Not the English Winston Churchill that people know from back in World War II, but Winston Churchill, the engraver. So awesome, guys. Okay, well, again, thanks again. Keep creating art. Until next time, peace.